You didn't find this video by accident. Heaven brought you here. And before you decide to scroll or look away, I need you to understand something urgent. This might be your final warning, not from me, but from the one who created you, the one who still calls your name, even after everything you've done, even after all the times you pushed him away. You've been running, not from people, but from God. You feel the weight in your chest, that ache in your soul, that whisper late at night telling you something's not right. That's not your imagination, that's your spirit crying out, slowly being crushed under the silence and chaos of your life. You exist, but are you truly living? Because waking up tired, going to bed empty, and pretending you're fine isn't living. You're surviving, and even that is getting harder. There's a voice you've been ignoring. A voice that once was loud, but now barely whispers. You remember when you felt his presence. You remember when you believed, when you prayed, when you hoped. But now it feels like you're drowning in a world that doesn't care. And honestly, maybe you've stopped caring too. But God hasn't. He's watching, waiting, and calling you again before it's too late. I know you've made mistakes. Maybe you think you've gone too far. Maybe the shame is unbearable. But the only thing worse than failing is pretending you're not broken and refusing to be healed. You've tried to fix it on your own. You've tried to distract yourself with work, people, pleasure, success. And yet, the emptiness grows louder. And in the silence of your room, you feel it. You cry where no one can see. You break down when no one's around. And still, you wake up the next day pretending to be okay. But God sees through the mask. And today, he speaks through this very moment. This video is not entertainment. It's a divine interruption, a cry from heaven for your soul, because there is still time, but not much. Grace doesn't last forever, and sometimes the final call comes in a whisper, not to punish you, but to bring you back before the door closes. Listen, don't ignore it again, because the pain of changing is real. But nothing compares to the pain of missing your chance to be restored, to be forgiven, to be healed. God is calling, not with anger, but with urgency, because this may be your last chance to finally say, God, I'm here, and I need you. And if you feel something stirring inside you now, don't run. That's the Spirit of God reaching for the heart you thought no one wanted anymore. Stay with me, because in the next moment you will discover why you exist, why you feel empty, and how God still wants you back. You exist, but you're dying inside. You wake up every morning and feel it, don't you? That hollow space in your chest that no breakfast, no coffee, no conversation can fill. You exist, but do you really live? Every laugh you fake, every smile you force, every compliment you receive, it's all a thin veil hiding the truth. Inside, your soul is slowly eroding. You've learned to survive in silence, but survival is not life. It is a slow death. I see the weight you carry, the guilt that keeps your shoulders hunched, the shame that tightens your chest, the fear that paralyzes your steps. You've built walls around your heart, telling yourself that nobody can help, nobody can understand, and that maybe, just maybe, it's too late. But hear me now, it is not too late, not yet. Your emptiness is not a punishment, it is a calling. Every tear you've shed, every sleepless night, every moment you felt invisible, it has been preparing you to hear me today. Why do you ignore the whisper inside? Why do you run from the truth that I am calling you? You spend hours distracted with work, scrolling endlessly, chasing fleeting pleasures, pretending that everything is fine. But deep down, you know it isn't. There's a gnawing inside you, a knowledge that life is passing by, while your heart remains untouched, unhealed, unnoticed. That gnawing is not condemnation, it is awareness. And it is your first step toward restoration. You've been living in fragments. Pieces of yourself are scattered across regrets, mistakes, and choices that made you feel small. You tell yourself that the world doesn't see, that no one understands. yet I see. I always see. The parts you hide from the world, the brokenness you fear showing, the silent cries of your soul, I am here. I am not angry. I am patient. I am calling you to wake up before your life is wasted in the shadows of regret. Do you feel the urgency in your chest right now? That trembling thought that whispers, I can't do this alone. That's my voice. That's your soul, reminding you that you were created for more than pain, for more than hiding, for more than numbness. I am calling you to rise, to notice the space inside, to confront it, to stop running. You exist, but it is time to live. Not tomorrow, not when it feels convenient. Now, before it's too late. Look at yourself. Look honestly. What have you been avoiding? What have you been refusing to see about your own heart? Your emptiness is not failure. It is the altar where I am waiting. The hollowness you feel, the despair, the fear, the guilt, all of it is not permanent. It is a threshold. Step into it and you will find me waiting. Your life, your soul, your identity, they are not lost. They have been held in my hands, even when you could not see, even when you could not feel. You exist, but do not waste another breath pretending that you are alive when you are merely surviving. Hear this, your emptiness is not silent. It is my call to you, a call of urgency, a call of restoration, a call of life. The moment you acknowledge it, the moment you respond is the moment your soul begins to awaken. The time is now. The opportunity is fleeting. Every second you hesitate, the pain of delaying grows heavier. The shadow of regret stretches longer. Do not wait for tomorrow. Do not ignore my call one more time. I see your heart. I know your struggles, and I am here ready to meet you where you are. You are not too far gone. You are not beyond reach. You are standing at the edge of a life that could be transformed if you will only say, I am ready. The void. That nothing in the world can fill you have tried everything to fill the emptiness. You chase approval, admiration, relationships, money, achievements, distractions of every kind. You have learned to numb yourself with constant motion, thinking that if you keep moving, the hollowness inside won't notice. But it does. It never stops noticing. Every party, every conversation, every fleeting pleasure leaves you more aware of what cannot be satisfied. The more you try to fill it with the world, the wider the void becomes. And in that growing emptiness, a question rises that you can no longer ignore. Why am I still so unfulfilled? I'm calling you because only I can fill what the world cannot. Only my presence can reach the deep places inside you that ache in silence. That restless energy, that gnawing, that feeling of never being enough. It is the altar I have been preparing in your heart. Nothing around you can satisfy this longing because it was never meant to. It was created for me. And until you acknowledge it, until you stop running after substitutes, your soul will continue to starve. Look around at all the ways you've tried to find completeness, the distractions, the compulsions, the endless seeking for validation. They are not failures in themselves, but they are proof that your spirit was designed for something far greater than temporary satisfaction. Every material pursuit, every approval you craved, every hollow achievement has been a reminder that your soul was not made for this world alone. That longing you feel is not a punishment. It is a sign. It is a call. It is my voice echoing through the corridors of your heart. You have ignored it for too long. You've said to yourself, I will deal with it later, or I can handle this alone. But the truth is, you cannot. You are not meant to carry this emptiness by yourself. The more you resist, the more it weighs you down. You have tried to fill it with anything that promises comfort, but nothing sticks, nothing lasts. And the fear you feel of continuing this way is the first spark of awareness. It is the urgency you must act upon before it is too late. I am here waiting, not with anger, not with judgment, but with patience and with power. I see the hidden corners of your life, the moments when you cry alone, when you feel unseen, when even your own strength fails you. I know the secret fears you do not share, the guilt you carry silently, the regrets that haunt you at night. I know that sometimes it seems the darkness is permanent, that the void is endless, that your soul is beyond hope. But hear me now, it is not beyond hope. The emptiness is not your prison. It is the altar where I am ready to dwell. You may feel shame because you've tried and failed. You may feel despair because no one understands. You may feel hopeless because life has not delivered what you thought it would. But I say to you, all of that emptiness, all of that striving, all of that longing, it is preparing you to receive me. Your soul is aching because it was made to be filled by my spirit, and the longer you wait, the more your heart suffers unnecessarily. Do not wait. Do not settle for substitutes any longer. What you seek in the world, approval, comfort, distraction, is temporary. What I offer is eternal. What you have been trying to fill with temporary measures is actually a door to me. Step through that door. Stop running from the truth that I am calling you. Stop trying to quiet the longing in your heart with anything less than my presence. This is not a choice you can postpone. Every moment you delay, the shadow of regret stretches longer. Every second you hesitate, the void deepens. The emptiness you feel is not your failure. It is my invitation. It is a divine sign. It is proof that your life, your heart, your soul, they were created for more. Step into this moment. Open your heart. Recognize that only I can fill what nothing else can. This is your chance to stop surviving and start truly living. Before it is too late, hear my voice. Respond. Come closer. The fall that you hide from everyone you've learned how to hide it well. The mistake that haunts you, the failure that changed everything, the sin that whispers shame into your thoughts when the world goes quiet. You smile in public, but inside you bleed. You pray with your lips, but deep down you doubt that God still listens. You pretend to be strong, but you're exhausted from carrying the secret that no one sees. The truth is, you've fallen, not just once, but many times. And every fall left a mark that you've tried to erase by yourself, only to watch it return like a shadow that never leaves. You tell yourself you're fine. You tell yourself that others have fallen too, that you'll get over it. But late at night, when your defenses crumble, that memory comes back like a wound that refuses to heal. You replay it in your mind. What you did, what you said, what you lost. You think, if people knew who I really am, they would turn away. So you keep it hidden. You bury the guilt, you cover the shame. You build a wall of silence and pretend it doesn't exist. But deep down you know it's still there. Listen to me. The enemy uses secrecy as a chain. He tells you that if you confess, you'll be rejected. That if you expose the truth, you'll lose everything. But I am telling you the opposite. What you hide in darkness continues to destroy you. What you bring into my light, I can heal. The sin you hide has no power greater than my mercy. The past that shames you has no authority over the future I planned for you. The moment you bring your fall before me, I turn it into testimony. You think you've disappointed me beyond repair. You think your weakness disqualified you. But I never called you because you were perfect. I called you because I love you. I am not ashamed of your brokenness. I am drawn to it. Every time you fell, I was there. Not to condemn, but to lift you. Every tear you shed in regret was a seed planted in the soil of redemption. You thought it was the end, but I saw a beginning. Don't mistake silence for absence. You think I left because of your sin, but I never moved. I waited for you to look up. I waited for you to realize that I still see you as mine. The world points fingers, but I open arms. The world remembers your past, but I rewrite your story. You think your fall defines you, but I use it to prove my grace. Every scar you hide is proof that you fought, that you survived, that even when you gave up, I didn't. Stop running from me. You cannot outrun love. You cannot erase what only I can cleanse. The voice that tells you it's too late is lying. The weight you feel right now is conviction, not condemnation. Conviction is my mercy knocking at the door of your heart. Don't ignore it. Every minute you delay, the chain tightens. Every second you resist, the guilt grows. But the moment you surrender, freedom begins. The world will never understand the fall that brought you here, but I do. I see the exact moment your heart broke. I know the look in your eyes when you realized how far you had gone. I know the pain of regret that wakes you at night, and I also know what will happen when you let me in. The shame will lose its voice, the guilt will lose its power, the sin will lose its hold, and you will rise again. This is not a message of condemnation. It's a rescue. It's not a threat, it's an invitation. I am standing where you fell, waiting to lift you, not tomorrow, now, before the voice of doubt grows louder, before regret becomes your prison. Don't keep your pain hidden any longer. Speak it. Bring it to me. The very thing you think disqualifies you is what will make you whole again. When heaven seems silent, God is closer than ever you've prayed, but nothing changed. You cried out, but no answer came. You begged God to show you a sign, a direction, a response, anything, but instead there was silence. Cold, aching silence. The kind that makes you wonder if you were ever heard at all. You start to question everything. Did God forget me? Is he angry with me? Did I mess up too badly to be noticed anymore? That silence, it terrifies you. It feels like abandonment, but it isn't. I need you to hear me clearly now. That silence is not a rejection. It is a test of trust, of faith, of surrender. Because in the silence, the noise of the world fades, and you are left face to face with your soul. When I am quiet, I am not gone. When I do not speak, I am not absent. I am drawing you deeper, deeper than words can reach, deeper than emotions can carry you. I am pulling you into a place where faith is not based on what you feel, but on who you know I am. Silence is where transformation begins. It's where the surface cracks and the foundation is exposed. I allow silence not to punish you, but to strengthen you, to develop in you a kind of faith that doesn't collapse when you can't hear me. Because true faith is not built on signs, it is built on surrender. And surrender happens when you trust me, not because I answered, but because you believe I am still working even when I am quiet. You may think I'm ignoring you, but what if I told you I'm fighting for you while you sleep? What if I told you that while you cry, I'm setting things in motion behind the scenes that you cannot yet see? What if I told you that the silence you're cursing is the same silence I'm using to protect you, to refine you, to strengthen the roots of your spirit, so you won't fall when the storm hits? This is not the time to quit. It's not the time to walk away. It's not the time to assume I've forgotten you. You are being watched from heaven, not with indifference, but with purpose. Every silent moment has been allowed for a reason, and though you don't understand now, one day you'll look back and realize that was the season I grew the most. You cry in the dark, and I hear it. You whisper why, and I listen. You fall asleep exhausted from waiting, but I never sleep. I am closer than your breath. I am beside you in the shadows. I collect every tear. I hold every prayer. And not a single one has gone unnoticed. What you call silence, I call sacred. This is the place where your roots grow deep. This is the place where I prepare you for what's ahead. But there is danger in this silence too. The danger of giving up too soon. The danger of thinking I've abandoned you when I'm actually carrying you. The enemy wants you to believe that silence means distance. That's the lie. Here's the truth. I am always closest when you feel me the least. I will speak again. I will answer in my time, but until then, will you trust me? Will you believe that I am still good, still present, still working, even in the silence? Or will you let doubt speak louder than my promises? Right now, heaven is watching your response. Not your strength, not your performance, but your trust, your decision to hold on, even without the feeling. Because in the silence, something is breaking, something is shifting. And what comes next will be greater than anything you've prayed for if you don't give up now. I am not silent because I'm absent. I am silent because I'm preparing something bigger than what you've been asking for. Wait on me. Hold on. Lean in. Because when I speak again, and I will, your entire life will change. This word reaches you in the last second. There are moments in life when everything feels like it's slipping away. You try to hold it together, but your strength is gone. You pray, but the words feel empty. You smile, but inside you're screaming. And now here you are, watching this video, not even knowing why you clicked, but feeling something stir inside you that you can't explain. That's not coincidence. It's rescue. It's grace. And it's arriving right now, in the last possible second. You may not realize how close you were to giving up. Maybe you've been walking with a silent plan to disappear, not physically, but emotionally, spiritually. Maybe you stopped expecting change. Maybe you've convinced yourself that nothing will ever be different, that what you're living is your punishment, your prison, your reality. But hear me clearly. I did not let this moment pass you by. I reached for you, right here, right now. This word is your lifeline, thrown from heaven before the enemy convinces you that it's too late. Because there is a too late. There is a moment when the heart becomes too hard, when the window closes, when the voice you used to hear becomes so faint that you no longer feel conviction. That's why I'm shaking you now, not to hurt you, but to wake you. There are things in your life that can't continue. Sins you've ignored, relationships you've justified, wounds you've buried, lies you've told yourself. I'm calling them out because I love you. And because time is running out. You don't know how many more chances you'll get. You assume you'll fix it later. But later is a dangerous word. Later is how souls get lost. Later is how faith dies slowly. You don't need more time. You need a decision. One that says, I won't walk one more step without God. I won't live one more day numb. I won't ignore this voice again. The longer you delay, the more the enemy convinces you to settle. Settle for a cold heart. Settle for a broken spirit. Settle for surviving in silence. But I didn't die for you to survive. I died for you to live, to rise, to be free. And right now, I'm invading your routine with my voice because I still want you. I still call you by name. I still have plans for you. But I won't force your surrender. I can only offer the invitation, and I'm offering it now before the moment passes. This is not drama. This is reality. Souls are lost every day, not because I stopped calling, but because they stopped listening. Don't become one of them. Don't let pride, fear, guilt, or shame keep you from responding. You've spent too long pretending you're fine, but the truth is, you're breaking inside. And the longer you hide, the deeper the pain gets. But if you reach out to me now, if you respond with sincerity, I will run to you. I will restore you. I will break the chains you've learned to live with. You were seconds from missing this, seconds from letting this pass like another piece of content. But it's not content. It's correction. It's confrontation. It's divine mercy showing up when everything around you was falling apart. The clock is ticking, the window is still open, but not for long. You can't live on borrowed time anymore. You know the truth. You feel the weight. So now you choose. Stay in the dark or walk toward the light. Remain wounded or let me heal you. Keep hiding or finally come home before it's too late. Listen. Respond. Let me change your story. The forgiveness that breaks invisible chains. You've said it so many times. I've already asked God to forgive me. And yet the weight never lifts. The guilt still lingers. The shame still creeps in at night, wrapping itself around your thoughts like chains you can't see but always feel. You go through the motions, but your heart stays heavy. You sing, but your spirit stays silent. Because the truth is, even though you asked for forgiveness, you never truly believed you were forgiven. That's how the enemy traps you, not with visible bars, but with invisible lies. He whispers that grace has limits, that what you did was too ugly, that you should carry the blame, wear the guilt, live in quiet punishment forever. But I came to break chains, not reinforce them. I don't forgive the way the world does, conditionally, cautiously, temporarily. I forgive fully, immediately, forever. But I can't force you to accept it. You have to lay it down. You keep picking up what I already nailed to the cross. You keep revisiting memories I already covered with my blood. You keep punishing yourself for sins I already buried in the depths of the sea. The chain isn't locked because I haven't forgiven you. It's locked because you haven't accepted that my forgiveness is more powerful than your past. You think that by punishing yourself, you're proving something, that by staying guilty, you're being humble. But that's not humility. That's bondage. That's pride wearing a mask, because you're still trying to pay for something you never could afford, when I already paid it in full. Listen to me. The sin is real, but the price has been paid. The wound is deep, but the healing has already been released. The past is painful, but it no longer defines you. The forgiveness I offer is not symbolic. It's supernatural. It breaks what logic can't fix. It heals what therapy couldn't touch. It restores what years of regret couldn't undo, if you let it. But to receive it, you have to let go of the story you've told yourself, that you deserve to suffer, that you have to prove your worth, that forgiveness is for everyone else, not for you. That's the lie. The truth is, I saw everything you did, and I chose you anyway. I knew every detail, every fall, every moment you'd want to hide, and I still said, that one is mine. You're walking around chained to a sentence I already overturned, and if you stay there, the enemy wins. Because the power of forgiveness is only unleashed when you believe you've been forgiven, and when you do, everything changes. Your posture, your voice, your vision. You walk lighter, you speak louder, you live freer. Not because you're perfect, but because you're covered. Stop dragging your past into your future. Stop reliving what I've already erased. If I, the judge of heaven, have declared you forgiven, who are you to disagree? Let it go. Lay it down. Accept what I died to give you. Because once you do, the invisible chains will break. Not just around your heart, but around your mind, around your emotions, around your identity. You'll stop living as a prisoner and start walking as a child again. This is your moment. The chains are waiting to fall, but they won't until you say it, not just with your mouth, but with your soul. I receive your forgiveness, Lord, and I let go of what you've already released me from. It's not too late to come back home. You've wandered far, not always with rebellion in your heart. Sometimes it was just survival. You drifted little by little, distracted by pain, by pressure, by disappointment. And somewhere along the way, you stopped praying like you used to. You stopped believing like you once did. You stopped hoping, and without even noticing, you stopped calling this faith your home. Now you look at your life and wonder how you got here, surrounded by people, yet feeling completely alone. Doing all the things that are supposed to bring satisfaction, but still starving for something deeper. You see others walk in peace, and all you feel is restlessness. You hear songs about Jesus, and instead of joy, you feel a quiet ache. Not because you hate him, but because you miss him. That's what this ache is. It's not guilt. It's not just sadness. It's the longing to come back. The desire to be close again, to be whole again, to be home again. But something's holding you back. Maybe it's pride, maybe it's fear of rejection, maybe it's the belief that God only wants people who never left, or maybe it's the shame of thinking, I knew better. I shouldn't have let myself fall this far, but I need you to hear this. You are not disqualified from coming home. Not even close. The story of the prodigal son is not just a parable, it's your story. And the father in that story doesn't wait with crossed arms and judgment. He runs. He runs toward the one who walked away. He embraces the one who smells like the mess he created. He restores the one who squandered everything. Why? Because home was never about perfection. It was always about presence. You think you need to fix yourself before you come back, but I'm telling you, come back and I'll do the fixing. You don't need to arrive clean. You don't need to bring explanations. You don't need to perform to be accepted. Just come now. With everything, the brokenness, the mistakes, the regret. Bring it all, and I will cover it with my grace. You're not too far gone. You're not beyond reach. There's still time, still breath in your lungs, still mercy waiting for you. But you must act, because the door won't stay open forever. There is an urgency in this call. A now or never kind of urgency, not because I'm trying to scare you, but because you know how quickly time passes. You've already lost enough. You've already waited too long. Don't let shame be louder than my invitation. Don't let your failures be louder than my forgiveness. Don't let the fear of coming back be stronger than the love that never stopped waiting for you. I'm not asking you to feel worthy. I'm asking you to trust that I am worthy. To restore, to rebuild, to welcome you home again. Right now, you're standing on the threshold. One more step forward and you're back in my arms. One more step and the weight starts to lift. One more step and the lies of the enemy begin to shatter. One more step and the healing begins. So come with your questions, come with your doubt, come with your exhaustion. I'll take it all. Just come. Before the noise of the world pulls you deeper, before your heart becomes harder, before the silence grows louder than my whisper, come back home, because I never moved. I've been here all along, and I'm still calling your name, a prophetic prayer of total restoration. Close your eyes, not just to block out the world, but to open your spirit. You've heard the call. You've felt the weight. You know this word was not just a message. It was God reaching into your deepest place. Now, don't just feel it. Respond. Not with routine words, not with something memorized, but with a cry that comes from your soul. A cry that says, God, I don't want to stay broken. I don't want to walk away from this moment unchanged. This is your turning point. Speak this prayer with truth in your chest and surrender in your voice. Say it as if your life depends on it, because it does. Not your physical life, but your eternal one. The one the enemy has tried to convince you doesn't matter. The one God died to redeem. Pray now. Let these words become your own. Father, I'm tired of pretending, tired of running, tired of believing lies that I've gone too far, that I'm too broken, that it's too late. I've heard your voice tonight, not through religion, not through emotion, but through truth, and I choose to respond. I come back, I come home, I come as I am, not because I'm worthy, but because you are. Forgive me for everything I've done that broke your heart. Forgive me for ignoring you when you called. Forgive me for choosing other things above you. I lay it all down now. Every sin, every shame, every secret, I place it at your feet, and I choose to believe you still love me. Wash me, cleanse me, not just my past, but my patterns, not just my behavior, but my heart. Heal the places in me that no one sees. Heal what I thought would never change. Restore me, Lord. Restore what I've lost. Restore the joy I buried under disappointment. Restore the innocence I surrendered to sin. Restore the vision, the calling, the purpose I once carried. Make me new again, not improved but reborn. Today I say yes. Yes to your mercy. Yes to your grace. Yes to a new beginning. I break every agreement I made with darkness. I renounce every lie I believed about who I am. I break every chain I've carried in silence. I close every door that gave the enemy access to my mind and my life. From this moment forward, I walk as a child of God. Not perfect, but surrendered. Not flawless, but forgiven. Not strong in myself, but dependent on you. I receive your forgiveness, I receive your peace, I receive your restoration, and I declare, this is not the end, this is my beginning. In the name of Jesus, amen. Now take a breath. Let the silence settle. This moment is sacred. The chains have broken, the weight is lifting, heaven heard you. The Spirit is already moving. You didn't just pray, you returned, you responded, you stepped through the door. And what happens next will be different if you keep walking in the light of this surrender. Write what the Spirit is birthing now. Right now, something holy is unfolding inside your soul. It's invisible to the eyes, but undeniable in the spirit. You feel it, not as a loud voice, but as a stirring, a shift, a divine movement that you can't explain, but you know it's real. This is what happens when you truly surrender. When you stop negotiating with God and start responding with everything you are. He doesn't just forgive, He transforms. But this moment is not meant to fade away like a passing emotion. What you feel now, this clarity, this conviction, this awakening, must become declaration. You need to anchor this encounter in something spiritual, something eternal. And one way to do that is by writing it, by declaring it in the open, by planting a word of faith and sealing it publicly. This isn't for show, it's for war. It's for the spiritual realm. It's for your future self who will one day try to doubt this moment and need a reminder that something was born here. Right now, write this in the comments. God called me by name before it was too late. Write it boldly, not as a sentence, but as a prophetic act. There's power in written declaration. There's weight in releasing what the Spirit has ignited inside you. Don't let this just be a personal moment. Make it eternal. Give the angels something to witness and the enemy something to fear. Because when you write it, you're doing more than typing words. You're putting a stake in the ground. You're saying, this was the day everything changed. You're drawing a line between your past and your purpose. You're breaking the silence that shame used to keep you in. You're declaring, I don't belong to darkness anymore. Don't let passivity steal this moment. Don't let fear of what others think keep you from prophesying over your own life. Right now, you've been given an open heaven, and what you declare in this atmosphere carries authority. This is not religion. This is not tradition. This is your spirit responding to the voice of God. And when you do it, others who read it will feel something stir in them too. You will not just be declaring it for yourself. You will be helping someone else be brave enough to respond too. And if you feel led, go further. Speak from your heart. Write a short phrase, a word of surrender, a cry from your soul. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be real, because God is not looking for polished words, He's looking for honest ones. What the Spirit is birthing in you right now is the beginning of a new identity, a new walk, a new voice. You are not who you were at the start of this video. You've stepped into a different atmosphere, a different assignment, a different posture. So write, speak, declare. Let the silence be broken by your surrender. Let this prophetic phrase echo beyond this screen. And as you do, feel the joy of heaven, the applause of angels, the nod of the Father who says, that's my child, and I'm not ashamed of them. This is how you fight now, not with fear, but with faith. Not with silence, but with confession. Not with hiding, but with holy courage. God called you before it was too late, and you answered. The Lord's Prayer, closing the gates of hell, now that you've responded, now that you've surrendered, now that you've broken the silence, lifted your voice and declared your return, there's one more thing to do. Not to complete a ritual, not to follow tradition, but to seal this moment, to draw a spiritual boundary and say to the enemy, no more, not here, not with me. You've just crossed a battlefield. Hell hoped you would scroll past. Darkness counted on your silence. Guilt wanted to keep you paralyzed. But heaven broke in. And now you must close every door the enemy used to access your mind, your heart, your past. This prayer isn't weak. It's not something to rush through. It is a weapon. And when you speak it with understanding, you don't just pray, you war. You're about to pray the same words that Jesus gave to his disciples. Not empty recitation, not superstition, but sacred declaration. Because when these words are prayed with a restored heart, the gates of hell tremble and the Spirit moves with power. Wherever you are right now, stop everything. Block out every distraction. Stand if you can. Bow your head. Open your spirit. Speak slowly. Speak boldly. Speak from the place that just said yes to God. Let's pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Let those words sink in. You just prayed the same authority Jesus walked in. You just surrendered not only your pain, but your will. You didn't ask for blessing only. You asked for alignment. You asked for protection, provision, direction, and deliverance from evil. You didn't whisper a request. You declared citizenship in the kingdom of heaven. Now listen closely. Don't leave this moment without doing two things. First, if you haven't yet, write your prophetic phrase in the comments. Seal this with your own hand, not just to encourage others, but to legally mark this day in the spiritual realm. Write, God called me by name before it was too late. Second, subscribe to this channel and like this video, not for numbers, but for mission. When you do that, you're telling YouTube that this video is not offensive, it's transformative. You're helping this word reach the next son, the next daughter, the next person on the edge who needs to hear that it's not too late. You're becoming a voice of revival. This was not a message, it was a rescue. This was not content. It was a call from heaven, and you responded. Now walk in the light, stay in surrender, don't look back. He called you, you answered, and now the restoration begins.